Okay, so what we want to know is for the religious practitioners of particularly Yoruba, but not just Yoruba, or not just the Ifa, but for all of those people who practice a system religiously, from the religious standpoint, what is it that these people can do to get into the level of consciousness or the state of mind where they can see into how to decode and align themselves with energies and bring that essence out of themselves rather than looking outside of themselves for that salvation or for that energy or for that deity or God or what have you?
To do that, first thing, like the brother said, is you don't get into anything unless you at least have some type of understanding about what it is you're getting involved into and what you're seeking to join.
But the thing is, most people know that the secrets of life is in the religious studies. So when they go, so I would assume that when most people go into any religious study, they go in for the information or of understanding how to decode or understand what religion of any sort is actually talking about.
It would, in order, in my opinion, I would say it would start with stripping titles away. And understanding that you're dealing with another person and the physical manifestation is yourself. Mm-hmm. So that everyone is on an even ground. Even though you may possess some type of ceremonial association with this particular vibration that you work with, it doesn't give me one up on you. It doesn't allow me to have superiority over you. Mm. So it just allows me to be a tool of assistance if needed. But originally back in ancient times, each one was his own. We didn't have people that, we didn't have quote unquote a priest or a pastor or whatever that you had to see to resolve an issue. You would resolve that issue internally. And we had things like labyrinths, and we made Maharaj around the pyramids. But all those concepts and all those techniques didn't involve a third party. Even when the Babalawo was involved, and the Babalawo is reading, and the Babalawo gives you a certain type of answer from the reading, it doesn't mean that that's the exact answer. Because if you were reading somebody's head and you're trying to decipher what Orisha they are, but the individual or the client that you're reading has been consulted numerous times by Obatala.
But when mainstream practitioners have been taught to believe in a mystery God, how do they get awakened to the reality that there is no mystery God?
I'd like to say this. First of all, as the brother stated, and I have to bring it back to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who was the first to reintroduce to our people that we are God. There is no mystery God. There's no God out in heaven. There's no God up there, down there, or out anywhere. You are God. So the first thing I think what religious practitioners need to understand is that whenever their preachers or their pastor or their teacher directs them outside of themselves or out somewhere, to know automatically that you're being misled. If a person is not teaching you how to go within to find the resolution or to find the answers or to find peace or any of those things, if you're being directed outside of yourself, you're being misled. God, no beyond the shadow of a doubt that God is within you. That which we call God, you could call it Nebacha, you could call it Oludumare, you can call it Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Osir, Ra, whatever you want to call it. The Most High is in you. You are an individual expression of divine mind. Other than that, there are many practices which you can come to the reality of that, which, you know, they vary, as the brother was saying, like, you know, the labyrinths, those, the systems of initiation, what'd you call it around the pyramids?
Magaraj. And just to, you know, follow up on that vibration, it's for the mainstream people who go into these systems, is coming in with the third eye open, so that you're coming in and not seeing the person who is in charge of that particular religious culture as God in the flesh. That they are,
and that you're not,
and that you're not. Correct. That, you know, that there's a difference. That they have some supernatural connection with that which you don't. And the moment that you insert that into the mind is the moment that you begin to mislead yourself.
So in other words, are you saying that when the average practitioner give himself over to the leader as the intercessor between him and God, as God and man, he has then opened himself up to be a slave?
Yes, because you have allowed one to step in between the flow of communication that was already established when you were in the womb, or even before you were in the womb, when the eternal source that you already connected to, that you already have a connection to, was never severed from you. So the moment that you allow a virus or a particular type of thing to step into the current that cuts off the divine connection between you and the eternal source and the eternal parent, then now you're not able to see clearly that you possess everything you need, that you are God in the flesh, that you are the source and the expression of the source, and you start to see that practitioner as the source, and you start to believe that they have some connection that allows them to have some type of authority over you and give you certain directions or lead you in certain paths that can mislead you and misguide you away from divine path and lead you on a man-made path. And that's why religion is man-made.
I'd like to add on to what the brother said. Whenever you look outside of yourself for the God concept, you're not fulfilling your full potential as a being, spiritual being on this plane. When you first became a thought to enter this plane, into the mom's womb, into the goddess's womb, you had a potential which is high. And that maximum potential is to be the god or goddess. And anytime you look outside of yourself, you're not giving yourself the chance to reach the full potential that you need to reach that height on this plane. I suggest people look within inside themselves, because throughout holy scriptures and scriptures throughout the world, it always states somewhere that the God or the Most High is within. And once you tap into that, then you'll see a whole nother aspect of life open up, and you'll be able to see. When I say that you'll be able to see things with your eyes closed, with your third eye, and with your God.